How's it going, fellas? We are here in beautiful Mexico, but I wanted to talk about a subject today: what to do when you catch these ladies staring at the meat package. Now, what does it mean by staring at the meat package? Exactly what it sounds like. You're in public, you're walking around, maybe you're at the store, and you catch a woman basically checking you out, and for a split second, you'll see these ladies look down at your junk for a split moment. It first starts off with them looking at your face. Maybe they find you attractive, maybe something about you they find attractive. And what you'll notice is a lot of these ladies will quickly take a peek at your crotch. And it's the same thing that men do, right? We check out women, we might look at a woman's butt, or look at her breasts. We see an attractive lady, we check out her body. But these women will never actually admit that they're taking a peek down there. And as much as they like to say they want it just as bad as we want them. So a common misconception is that men's brains are more sexual than a woman's brain, right? That women don't really care about sex, or that women don't really eyeball men or whatever. Women will even stare at your ass. If you have like a girlfriend or whatever, your wife, one of your girls that you're seeing, sometimes they'll admit that they like to stare at your body. And especially if you have an attractive body, you're fit, maybe you work out, you exercise, maybe you have like a good frame on you. But onto the point, the reason that these ladies are doing this is because you're doing something right. Either your aura, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you present yourself, maybe the way you walk, your style, your swag is on point. So if you're running into this, if you're noticing this, and try to start looking for this, guys, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. And I want to say that it happens more often than you think once you start actually trying to look for this. Sometimes, even if you approach a woman, if you talk to her, even if she, says, no, I have a boyfriend, or if she rejects you, that doesn't always mean that she doesn't find you attractive. There will be a lot of women out there of, different ages and stuff that will actually, they'll find you attractive, but something is going to hold them back from actually pursuing something with you. Whether it's an age difference, whether they're married, maybe they're just not in the right space of mind to even mess around with a guy. There's a million different reasons. Maybe she has another guy that she's thinking about, that she's completely focused on. You see, most women you run into, let's say like you're a really attractive guy, still most of those women, you're gonna have to cross them off because of these factors. They have a family, they don't want to be seen as like promiscuous. So most of them, it's not gonna lead to anything other than them looking. You see, there's that saying, you can look but you can't touch. And that's exactly what this topic is going over. So yeah, just like men, a lot of married guys, there's a lot of guys that are, no gracias. Gracias. A lot of guys, that are in relationships, that are committed. You could see attractive ladies everywhere, but, and you may want to get with them, but just due to circumstance, maybe you're in a relationship, maybe you're married, maybe you just, you're broke and you can't really like actually get involved with a woman at this time because you're just kind of in a shit spot in your life in general, and it's just not a wise decision to get involved with several ladies. Maybe you're just trying to keep your head down and just go through the motions. So the moments where it does lead to something is where you find her attractive, she finds you attractive, you know, she's gonna be, you know, looking at that meat package, and she'll look even, you know, women will check you out even when they don't want to engage in any physical intercourse, like in the beginning stages of y'all meeting. You know, some girls, you know, may take a little bit longer. You may have to take her on a few dates, you know, talk to her for a little bit, warm her up. That doesn't mean that she's not already having those thoughts, but a lot of women, you know, if they like you, they don't want to be seen as like, if they get with you super quick, that, you know what goes through our minds, like, oh, this chick slept with me on the first date. How many other guys has she done that with, right? If she did it with me, then, you know, how many other dudes has she just, you know, put out for within a short period of time? So they try to put on this front, and, you know, they could be completely innocent. It could really just be you. You know, a girl could get with you intimately on the first date, right? And not be like that with other guys, right? You know, if she sees you as like the best option, if she sees you as like extremely attractive and her best choice, of course there will be women that will put out on the first date. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but, you know, it just depends on what strategy that individual woman is using, you know. And, you know, all this dating stuff you watch on YouTube, all this dating advice, all this, you know, relationship talk, in reality, every single person is different, and there's different circumstances relating to, like, every situation you find yourself in with another person. And that's just how it is. I mean, like, it's not just like cookie cutter, you know, do this, do that, and this chick's gonna be with you and she's gonna want to sleep with you. No, like, yeah, one girl you might have to talk to her a little bit more, one girl you may not have to. Some girls may want you to, you know, prove it to them that you actually like them, you know, do certain gestures, like taking them out to eat, buying them a gift, bringing them flowers. You know, they may want you to take the romantic route and, you know, be a gentleman about it. And yeah, and then there's going to be the women that just really don't care. You know, they don't have any like limiting beliefs that, oh, if I get with this guy fast, that he's going to think I'm a 304 or something like that. But regardless, if you do catch them staring at the meat package, that means that you're doing something right. You know, you definitely have some sort of good aura about you. You know, you're probably relatively attractive, because I'll tell you one thing. If you are unattractive, if you're not the kind of guy that women think is, you know, hot or cute, they're not really going to pay attention to you. It's almost going to be like you're invisible. You know, we've all seen these like black pill videos, guys complaining about, you know, women don't acknowledge them, they don't talk to them, they don't even like look at them. And that's the complete truth, guys. You know, it's like an ugly woman, right? An ugly, unattractive woman is invisible to most men. You know, you walk past them at the store, you walk past them every day, see them at work, and you just don't really notice them being there. I'm not saying they're like completely invisible, like that they don't actually exist. What I'm saying is that nothing about them catches your eye. You know, you're not going to be checking them out. You're not going to be thinking like, you know, damn, she's so fine. Like, you know, should I talk to her? No, like, these women are just, you know, mostly invisible to guys that are trying to find beautiful ladies. Versus a super attractive woman, you know, with a nice body, good face, good hair, good clothes. Yo, these are chicks that you're gonna notice. They're not invisible. You're gonna look at them, you know, you're gonna see them coming from a distance. These ladies could be down the road that you're walking down, and you'll literally see these ladies coming. So if you're invisible to most women, you're gonna have to make some changes. You're gonna have to get into the self-improvement. You know, watch the videos on this channel, what I talked about. You know, years ago, I went through a period of my life where, you know, I had a lot of bad habits and I became pretty unattractive, you know? Eating bad food, you know, doing substances, drinking, right? Playing video games all day, not being active, not having good style, not wearing cologne, not, you know, just not having a good aura because of a lack of confidence. You can't control your height. You can't control if you're bald or not. I mean, I guess you can. You could get hair surgeries now, but the things that you can't control, don't worry about that, because you have to just worry about the things that you can control, right? Are you exercising? Are you on a diet? Are you learning how to talk to other people? Are you practicing, you know, your charisma, you know, your social skills? And all of this stuff does matter, right? Like, you need to learn how to talk to people. You need to be confident in yourself and, you know, and love yourself. And that kind of energy that you have, that self-love, that, you know, you spray on cologne, you get a haircut, you wear nice clothes. That stuff is going to make you feel better. And other people are going to pick up on that energy. And that's when, yeah, you know, if you're like a guy and you're cocky, like, why do cocky guys, even the ones that aren't even conventionally attractive, why do they still get women, right? These cocky guys think they're the shit. And even if we see them and say like, oh, that dude ain't nothing, yo, this guy's confidence is still showing that, you know, he believes in himself. He believes in what he is. He sees that he has value in the world. And other humans can pick up on your thoughts. Other humans can pick up on your subconscious actions, you know, all the little micro expressions that you put out. So if you see yourself of value, if you see yourself as attractive, if you're putting in the work and you know you put in the work to be attractive, that's when you're going to notice women staring at the meat package, you know, striking up conversations. You know, women will just make a conversation out of nowhere, just some bullshit conversation, you know, asking you some dumb question just to get you to talk to her. You know, they'll comment on your posts on social media, like your posts, send you memes, you know, ask how you been, call you, right? And, you know, when you go to like a party or socialize, you know, they won't ignore you. These women will literally talk to you first a lot of the time. And if you do all this stuff right, if you do everything right, you should be able to have, you know, just naturally within your life, just naturally have options of women. You know, maybe there's like a few of them that you know that you're friends with, maybe they have a crush on you. You know, there's women in the real world that you'll see checking you out, like what I was talking about with the meat package. You know, you go to social situations, you know, these girls will have you on social media. They might DM you. They might, you know, ask how you been, right? What you're doing. And it's just going to be so much easier if you believe that you have high value and if you make yourself. And that's the thing. You can fake it till you make it, of course. But, of course, having, like, high value, part of it is, like, just, you know what I mean? Just putting in the work. Just knowing, like, okay, man, you know, I've been hitting the gym for like 3 months. I'm feeling a lot better than I used to. I've improved my style. I have, you know, learned from online mentors, like what I need to do, how I need to act, what I need to change. And guys, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Rome was not built in a day. A city is not built in a day. You know, if you're gonna make yourself into a new man and change your identity, it's going to take some time. It could take 3 to 6 months to a year. But the more consistent you are, the faster is basically the results you're going to get. So what you put in is what you're going to get out, right? If you're skipping days of the gym, if you're just kind of half-assing it, if you're half-assing your style, if you're half-assing, you know, your swag, taking care of yourself, you know, half-assing your diet, you're gonna get half-assed results, right? And you're gonna get half-assed women that are just treating you, half-ass in general. So my advice to you is, if you're noticing women staring at the meat package, this is a good sign, and that's a signal for you, that you can actually approach them, you can talk to them. Now, I'm not saying it's 100% that, like, oh, they look at the meat package and all of a sudden that means everything is 100% a go, that, it's going to lead to something. But what I'm just saying is it's just a good sign. And if you're seeing women do this, think about all the women that you don't see checking you out, right? Think about all the times that, you've looked at someone and they didn't notice you looking at them. So if there's like a handful of women doing this, trust me, there's others also doing it, right? Women look for these things, right? Your financial status and stuff. They don't know about that, unless you have like really nice clothes on, really nice car. There's little signs that you're in a good financial spot. But just in general, like, if you're an attractive guy, right, guys, trust me, you're gonna see what happens whenever you change yourself. You're gonna see what happens once you get on self-improvement, once you start dating again, once you put yourself out there, start going out to events. And this is my advice, go out in public, go out to events, join clubs, join groups, all that good stuff. And because there's going to be other women in these groups, in these clubs, join a running club, join a hiking club, start going on adventures, start doing like interesting things, and this is how you're also going to have an interesting personality. That's another part of it. Your charisma, your swag, your aura. If you do interesting, if you're worried about having a boring personality, guys, if you don't do anything in your life, if you sit inside, if you sit around, if you don't do any exciting stuff, if you never take risks, if you never travel, never do any hobbies, you're not doing anything interesting, guys, to have an interesting personality, you have to do interesting things, right? You have to have experiences, you have to have tough experiences, fun experiences, you have to have, been through some shit, learn amazing skills. Maybe you know how to play a guitar, piano, learn another language, travel to another country, right? Go to parties, learn a new skill, start a business. These are all things, women love ambitious guys. Women love guys that risk their life, go on adventures. Think about the dude that has traveled through the Amazon and met Amazonian tribes, right? For example, think about this guy that has traveled down the Amazon River, and he, had run-ins with, aggressive people. Maybe he met some tribesmen, and think about all the interesting things he's going to be able to talk about, the conversations that he's going to be able to have. He'll never run out of interesting things to say. Versus the dude, guys, I have a friend that doesn't do anything. I have a friend that plays video games all day. I have a friend that just sits inside, and he's a good friend, but I find it kind of hard to talk to him sometimes. I find it hard to speak to him, and so do women, because the only thing he can talk about is video games and music. Sound familiar, right? Like, guys, that's like boring stuff to women, right? Women don't want to hear about video games. Women don't want to hear about, how like your family has been annoying you or whatever. Women want to hear about stuff like, oh, let me tell you about this badass road trip. We went, we drove across America, and, halfway through the trip, our tire popped, and we were out in the middle of the desert, right? There you go. There's an interesting subject, right? You can talk about your experiences and just live life to the fullest, and, squeeze all the juice out of life that you can, and be a man, This is part of being a man. Men are built. We are different from women in the fact that we are built to put ourselves through hardship, We're built stronger, we're mentally stronger, physically stronger. Men are meant to explore and conquer and fight and take. Men are not built to just sit inside and do nothing, guys. You know, go out there and be a conqueror, go and conquer the world, go on an adventure, meet people of different cultures, you know, learn amazing skills that you'll have for the rest of your life that will always be useful, and become an interesting man, right? The Dos Equis commercial, the most interesting man in the world. Guys, he's the most interesting man in the world. He has aura. I know he's a fictional character, but yo, that character was made like, oh, this guy, you know, he's fought a shark, he's fought a tiger. He, you know, he was a matador in Barcelona. Now he's on the beach having a Dos Equis with two supermodels. You know, he knows how to play poker. He knows how to play pool. This guy has, you know, faced down death. He's, you know, he's done all sorts of crazy shit throughout his existence. And that's why they, you know, he's a fictional man, but he's the most interesting man in the world. And let me tell you this, guys, the most interesting man in the world is not going to have problems with women. He's not. He just isn't going to have problems with women at all. Do you think the most interesting man in the world has issues finding a girlfriend, talking to a girl? Fuck no. This guy, it's easy for him because he's done all sorts of shit. And that's also why I say put yourself out there. Go explore. Go adventure. Go out to clubs. Go out, hang out with family members, hang out with friends, go to social events, right? Because you're going to meet women. You're going to meet other ladies. You're going to be able to talk to them. And don't even see every interaction as like, oh, I got to get with this chick. I got to find a way to make her like me. No, guys. Not every single girl is meant to like, that you're supposed to, you know, get her in your bed or whatever. Some women are just good as friends. Some of them are good, you know, to just experience adventures with. And if it leads to something, then it leads to something, right? If you really like her, then yeah, make a move. You know, tell her, you know, see, you know, test the waters, flirt with her a little bit, see if she likes you back, you know? Of course, you know, go for what you want, but you know what I mean, guys? Like, you have to talk to women to get good at talking to women, right? You know, do you think any guy just automatically is just good at this kind of stuff? No, dude. It's through pain, trial, and error. It's through going through bullshit, getting your heart broken. Guys, let me tell you, like, my relationship life is a lot better now, but in the past, yo, I was heartbroken many times. I got dumped, cheated on, you know, girls rejected me, and, you know, I felt like I was worthless. And I never understood until I discovered, you know, self-improvement, social dynamics, learning how to talk to people. You know, if you're watching this video, you can no longer say that you're living in ignorance, because I'm telling you that you have to become self-aware, and you have to put yourself out there and actually get on the improvement. You can't keep wondering, oh, why isn't this working for me? Why can't I? Why am I not having any luck? Dudes that are ignorant, that haven't discovered this stuff, they say, oh, women are complicated. I don't understand women. Women are complicated. Women are weird. Guys say this stuff because they don't understand women. They don't get them. They were raised by like Disney and just whatever they saw, like how their parents acted, you know, what they seen in movies and TV shows. That's where most people's thoughts of relationships come from. Like, oh, if I'm a nice guy and if I do the right things, that she's gonna like me. It's much more different than that, guys. You know, you can't just fucking buy a girl flowers and be nice and then that's gonna be enough to get a girl to like you, right? And, you know, some girls do like that. Some girls do. You know, if she just likes you, if she thinks you're attractive, then yeah, that might work. But most guys nowadays, let's be real, are struggling, and they don't understand women, and they don't understand how to talk to them, how to act around them, and how to be a man around them. You know, you don't have to be fucking nice 100% of the time. I'm not saying be a fucking dickhead, because that's also bad. You know, some dudes take this advice way too far to the extreme. They're like, oh, okay, she doesn't like a nice guy, I'm just gonna be a complete asshole. No, guys, that's also bad. You just come off as an asshole. But what I'm saying is, like I said, it's different from person to person. It's very nuanced. And to understand women as a whole, you have to put yourself into their world, put yourself into their mind. What are their thoughts? What are their desires? What are their hopes and dreams? How do they feel about, what's the ideal man that they're looking for? How do they want a man to treat them? What do they expect out of you, right? All this stuff matters. So, to understand women as a whole, you have to immerse yourself in the female world, in the female mind, and you have to actually talk to them, and you have to connect with them mentally, on a mental level. And once you connect with a woman mentally, you will understand her. You'll understand her thoughts, her desires, what she wants, what she's looking for. What are her deep thoughts? What is she hiding? What's her secrets? Does she, want to be with you? Does she not want to be with you? Are you just, a one-night stand? Are you seen as a husband material to her, right? There's levels to this shit, man. But as a whole, you really just have to become self-aware and just improve yourself. Become self-aware, improve yourself, accept that you're flawed, accept that you're imperfect, and that you have flaws in your character, and that you're not perfect, and that there's things that you can improve on. And I don't want to hear any excuses down in the comments that oh, you have to be attractive, you have to be a Chad or some shit. Guys, let me tell you something. Go around in real life, get out of your house, and actually go out in the real world, and you'll notice, okay, there's baddies, there's hot chicks with guys that are quote-unquote unattractive, right, that are not Chads. So, okay, what are these guys doing, right? These guys aren't Chads and they have a girlfriend, but you don't. There's overweight guys with hot girlfriends. There's short guys with hot girlfriends. Yo, there's fucking bald dudes with hot-ass girlfriends. Wives. Dude, I've met so many guys that were quote-unquote considered ugly, that have long, prosperous relationships. They don't have problems with women, and in reality, it really boils down to, these guys don't let these self-limiting beliefs hold them back. They don't give up, even if they're short, even if they're not conventionally attractive, even if they're not a Chad. They're not letting that hold them back. They still got with that bad bitch, What if that guy just gave up before he met that woman? He said, you know what? I'm never gonna find a girl. I'm never gonna find love. Whatever, right? Yo, you would not see these guys. You would not see these normal guys with women, right? And I'm not saying it's easy to be a normal guy. I'm not saying it's easy to be under average or whatever, to be short. I'm just saying that you can't let that shit hold you back, because to tell yourself that you're not going to get with a girl, that you're not going to have sex with a girl, that you can't get one, guys, you're already throwing in the towel, and it's destroying your confidence, it's destroying your charisma, because you're thinking in a negative mindset. You're in a negative mindset where, you just don't believe that you're going to get that thing. You have to manifest positive thoughts. You have to manifest that you're going to meet that beautiful woman that you've been dreaming about, that y'all are going to have amazing adventures together, that y'all are going to have romantic dinners, and that you're going to be able to hold this girl in your arms and actually enjoy and experience your life to the fullest and be connected to the female counterpart. Because let me tell you guys, being disconnected from women is not fun, and it sucks. These guys, the MGTOW crowd, men that just swear off of women, they're jaded, they're burnt, they got their heart broken. These guys are not happy. All these guys, and trust me, even if they say that they don't, all these dudes wish they had that beautiful girl in their bed at night, looking at them, ready to cuddle, ready to kiss them, someone to hold their hand, someone, a beautiful girl that's waiting for them at home, cooking them food, you know, ready to watch a movie or go out to a nice dinner, guys, you know, don't listen to this black pill shit, because it's all fucking nonsense. The black pill is just a fucking, it's a cope. It's a cope, and it's just men prematurely throwing in the towel and accepting that they're going to be lonely the rest of their life because they lost the genetic lottery, which in reality is not true. Yo, you did not lose no fucking genetic lottery, guys. Most men are not even Chads. You know how rare a fucking Chad actually is? Do you know how fucking rare it is to see a real life Chad out in public, just walking around, just in the real life? Guys, Chads are one or two in every 100 men, guys. Go out in public, go anywhere. You'll see hundreds of normal men, normal everyday men like us, right? And you'll see them. They have women, they have beautiful wives, they have beautiful girlfriends, they have families, they have children. You know, if it was just only Chads getting all the women, guys, you would not see all these fucking average guys around that just have girlfriends. You know what I mean? All right, you know, my rant's over, but, you know, that's how you know, if a woman's staring at the meat package, you're doing the right things. And if you want women to do that, if you want them to check you out, then, you know, get on your self-improvement, get on your charisma grind, get yourself out there. Start becoming an interesting man, improve your style, improve your confidence, your body, your mind, your soul, your hair, your face, everything. All right, guys, this is Dark Warrior. You know, leave me a comment if you found this topic interesting. If you've seen, you know, the same thing happen in your life, then yeah, leave a comment, and you know, maybe I'll answer your question, make a video about any other topics you are interested in me making about. All right, peace out, guys.